Okay, so solving equations with fractions is going to be done the exact same way that I have done it before. The only difference is that before we only had one denominator in the equation. In this case, we have three. So a 3, a 2, and a 4. So the way to go about doing this is going to be to find a denominator or find a number that all three of those denominators go into. So a common multiple of 3, 2, and 4, and so they all go into 12. And so what we're going to do is take our 2/3 y minus 9 over 2 equals negative 7 over 4. And we're going to multiply both sides by 12 because those denominators each multiply evenly into 12. So what we've got on the left is 12 times 2 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. 12 times 9 is 108. 1 times 2 is 2. 12 times 7 is 84. 1 times 4 is 4. And so this may look like, oh my gosh, what did you do, Josh? This just looks way worse than it was before. Well, let's watch what's going to happen. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 108 divided by 2 is 54. And 84 divided by 4 is 21. So the fractions have disappeared. The reason that this works is we can do literally anything to an equation as long as we do it to both sides. And so we're just being shrewd about this and saying, okay, what's a number that if I multiplied both sides by that number, I would be able to get rid of the fractions because the denominators would divide out evenly. Pretty simple. Just have to find the common multiple of all the denominators, multiply both sides of the equation by that number, and then poof, the fractions go away. So moving forward, we are subtracting 54 there. We're going to add 54. We're going to be left with 8y is equal to 54 minus 21 is 33. And so we divide by 8. And we get y is equal to 33 over 8. Just going to look through and check, make sure that I didn't make any mistakes here. I think these would normally come out to be whole numbers. One moment. It turns out that 33 over 8 is correct. And so we can expect the answers on these ones to be fractions and not whole numbers. So don't freak out and think you did it wrong if you get an answer that's a fraction. Okay, we have negative 1/2 is equal to negative 5 over 7 y minus 4 over 3. We're going to look for a number that 2, 7, and 3 all go into. And if you have trouble thinking of one, just multiply all three numbers. And so I'll do that right now because I'm having trouble thinking of one. 2 times 7 times 3 is 14 times 3 is 42. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this by 42. If you multiply the denominators, you're together, you're for sure going to get a number that they all go into. So 42 over 1, 42 over 1, and we get negative 42, oops, over 2 is equal to negative 210 over 7 y minus 168 over 3. And so simplifying those fractions, we get negative 21 is equal to negative 30 y minus 56. Okay, we see that we're subtracting 56 from the variable, so we're going to add 56. And we get 35 is equal to negative 30y. We'll divide both sides by negative 30. And we get negative 35 over 30 is equal to y. We can simplify that fraction by dividing both numerator and denominator by 5. We get negative 7 over 6 equals y. Okay, that one looks good. I'll pull this back up in case you need notes. Moving on. We'll do a couple more. We have 7 over 5w minus 1/6 is equal to negative 3 over 2. And again, if I don't see right away that they all go into 30, I could multiply 5 times 6 and get 30 times 2 and get 60. I could use either 30 or 60. I would still come out with the same answer in the end. It doesn't matter what you multiply by, as long as you do it to both sides, and as long as the denominators all divide evenly into that number. So 30 times 7 is 210 over 5w minus 30 over 6 is equal to negative 90 over 2. All right, and so here we have 42w minus 5 is equal to negative 45. And so we're subtracting 5. We're going to add 5 to both sides. 42w is equal to negative 40. Divide by 42. We get w is equal to negative 40 over 42. And we can simplify that by dividing by 2 to be negative 20 over 21. And one more. We've got negative 1/4 is equal to negative 7 over 4 u plus 9 over 2. And so I see that those all go into 4. If I didn't see that they all went into 4, I could use 16 or 32 or 64 or any number that they all divide evenly into. I'm going to go ahead and use 4. So we get negative 4 over 4 is equal to negative 28 over 4 u plus 36 over 2. So negative 4 over 4 makes negative 1. Negative 7u plus 18. So I see we're adding 18. We're going to subtract 18 from both sides. Negative 19 equals negative 7u. Divide by negative 7. And we get 19 over 7 equals u. All right.